Hey folks, welcome back to Biscuits Total War. This is Biscuits giving you another online commentary for Rome Total War. And today we've got something really cool. We've got a nice little 2 versus 2 31k rules on the grassy flatlands. I really do love playing 2 versus 2, especially when you get a good matchup like this one today. I've got myself, I'm playing as the Greeks and I brought 20 Spartans, all gold attack. My plan is just really to try and engage the enemy and try and encircle and take out as many urbans as I possibly can. I've been joined by a great player, a guy called Ink. Now, Ink, I've forgotten his name. It does ring a bell, and I've seen him many times before in the lobby. So it's nice to see that he's joined us today. And he's gone for 6 Praetorian Cav and 14 Urbans. So very much a standard Rome Total War build for 31k rules. Now, of course, we don't have any cav on our side, so what we need to do, we need to play aggressively and try and engage as many of the infantry as we possibly can. Nor do we have any archers, so we can't skirmish. We've really got to go in there and attack, and hopefully we can outmaneuver our opposition. So talking of opposition, let's go and have a little glance to see what they've got. We're going up against 2 Brotherhood members, one of which is a relatively new Brotherhood member. He's a guy called FlankMe, and if you guys have been paying attention or watching my other videos, you'll notice that FlankMe used to be in the Heaven clan, and now he's moved over to the Brotherhood clan. He's gone for 4 archers, Archer Auxilia, 5 Praetorian Cav, and then the rest Urbans. Now, because he's gone for those archers, and his archers are relatively cheap, if memory serves me right, an archer is roughly about 600 or 500 denarii. You stick on some upgrades and it comes closer towards 1000, but he's still going to actually save a load of money by getting these archers, and means he's got extra cash in his pot, so he can really go to town and really give these Praetorian Cav lots and lots of upgrades. So although there's only 5 of them, the upgrades that they've got on them should really be able to beat the upgrades on the Scipii Cav. And let's have a look at the other Brotherhood member. He's Lion Dwarf, and Lion Dwarf has taken part in many of my Rome Total War videos in the past, so I'm sure you guys know him by now. He's gone for 5 Praetorian Cav and 15 Urbans, so it should be really interesting. They've got Archers Supremacy, they've got a Cav Supremacy, but hopefully we can try and outmaneuver them. So talking about outmaneuvering them, what I'm going to do is try and play aggressively and push forward. So my Spartans anytime now, I'm going to run forward. I'm just going to hope my ally supports me and comes to join me. Now, I'm not telling my ally what to do. I'm sure my ally knows exactly what he needs to do at the end of the day. So he's probably going to try and read the battlefield and strike when he can do with that cav. If he can do that and do it successfully, we should be able to get a really nice strike. So my guys are coming in close, and as you can see, the enemy here, he's trying to outmaneuver me. He's trying to move his guys around, and also the cav has come around the flank. So it's a nice little maneuver here. They're trying to outflank me. Now the get my words out. The sorry, mental blank there, brain freeze. The urban cohorts are throwing a bunch of peeler, but my guys are Spartans. Spartans got those big shields, plus they got 2 hit points, so the peeler won't do too much damage. But what I'm going to try and do is charge my guys in here, as you can see. Once I get them into range, I'm going to take off guard mode, press down the F button, and drop down those spears. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to try and engage these units. Now, Lion Dwarf knows that these units are now lost. There's nothing much you can really do apart from put them into guard mode and put Testudo in. And I'm going to go into Testudo at this stage. My guys are going to make short work of them as I just aggressively push forward. In the meantime, the enemy, my ally, is moving his cav around the back. Now, I did at this stage ask him to go and attack these units here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift my pikes. I'm going to run my guys forward and try and support. So anytime now I should lift up my pikes, and anytime now I should be able to move my Spartans. And here we go, I'm going to try and move this flank all around the side here. Hopefully we can try and catch these guys out of position. Hopefully we can try and take out these archers. And what should happen at this stage, a bunch of these guys now should start to rout. So we've already routed one of these Praetorian Cav, routed a couple of these archers, which is great. And also I've peeled off a bunch of my Spartans in the back just to try and push back these Praetorian Cav, because I don't want these Praetorian Cav encircling my ally here. I don't want them taking him from behind. I want to make sure that I'm pushing them back at all stages. Now FlankMe's also peeled off some of his units here, So as you can see, they're almost surrounding us here, but I'm going to try and use my Spartans and push back wherever I possibly can. But I don't want my guys to be isolated. Now my micromanagement isn't going too well at this stage. I've got this clump of units here that I'm trying to micromanage, these clump of units here that I'm trying to manage, as well as watching my ally here, and as well as of course watching the enemy. So I'm going to try and push forward at this stage here and try and attack this big clump of urbans here and try and encircle them. These guys, all I'm trying to do is just hold the line here. Hopefully I can just try and isolate and make sure that these urbans don't come in to assist. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to move my urbans, my Spartans in to the center here and try and take out a few of these guys. Managed to rout a couple of these urbans of the Julii, and now I'm going to lift up these pikes and send them over here. And what's going on over here, you can see my allies a bit further away at the back at the moment. Ideally he should be probably closer to my units here, and really maybe moving his units over here to try and support. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck in all of my Spartans here. FlankMe's coming with a nice little slice charge here. As you can see, he's moving down here. He's managed to run away from my Spartans and charge straight down here. Because he's coming as a FlankMe has managed to flank me and thus destroying this kind of wing of Spartans here, which I'm not too bothered about because the majority of my Spartans are over here. And what I'm going to try and do now is basically put my pikes down again and try and aggressively push forwards and go in for a strike. Now in comes my ally here. I'm going to lift up my pikes so his units can try and charge straight through me, but his charge wasn't too successful at that stage. What is going to happen now is Lion Dwarf's now going to come in with a counter charge right into the flank here. Now it's not going to do too much damage because my guy's going to put down their spikes, their pikes even, and we're going to try and take out some of these Julii cav. My ally's now pulling his cav units right to the back. Now ideally what he should do is to move them around here and now go in for a rear charge, which I think he's going to do any time now. Again, my pikes are down and we're going to try and take out as many of these units as we possibly can. I'm just waiting for my ally to come in support, which is doing a nice little job with his infantry. He's making sure that my urbans aren't isolated, my Spartans are isolated. And you can see, look, he's coming in with a nice little death charge here. He's going to get his guys into position, and here we go, bang, he's going to charge straight into the back of these units here and cause a nice little mass rout. Now this was really well played at this stage. Congratulations my ally here for a really nice move. But what he needs to do now is pull his cav out. He doesn't want his cav to get isolated, doesn't want his cav to get taken out. But what he's going to do now is going to charge in his cav, and now he's going to try and take on all of these units. Now both of the units are using the alt attack, both armies are doing a nice little maneuver here. But what's going to happen is that Lion Dwarf's now brought out his urbans to support, and now my ally, although he did a magnificent job in taking out all of these Julii units here, what's going to happen now, he's left his cav in for too long. Now that his cav has been left in for too long, he's going to slowly get chopped to bits, and that's it. Look, he's now lost his cav, so we've lost all our cav on the battlefield. It's really going to be down to us trying to take out as many of these urbans as possible before they come in with more strikes. Because they've got all of this cav left, the enemy, what they're going to be able to do is really do some nice little charges to left, right, into the centre of our units. And here they come in. FlankMe's now going to come in with his cav. Now bear in mind at the very beginning of the video I mentioned that FlankMe's cav was really heavily upgraded, and you'll see exactly what kind of damage it can do now. It's going to charge straight into the back. Really nice attack here. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these urbans have now instantaneously routed. My general is now dead, and I thought for a second we had this battle, but it looks like the opposition, FlankMe and Lion Dwarf, managed to pull this one back. And it shows you how devastating cav can be if you time a charge right, because my ally timed this charge perfectly well there. He managed to do a mass rout on the Julii, but unfortunately he lost his cav in a prolonged melee fight, which caused the opposition, the enemy, to basically get the initiative when it came to the cav battle. And with that initiative, with the heavily upgraded unit, they managed to cause absolute devastation to all of those urbans of the Scipii. You could see that cav charge They came in, they charged, and bang, they finished us. So we nearly had that game. I thought we were going to win that, but it just shows you how devastating that cav charge can be and how well those Brotherhood members play together. So Lion Dwarf, FlankMe, if you guys are watching, congratulations. Ink, you played well, but unfortunately we just lost that just very slightly at the very end. But guys, hopefully it shows you how close it can be when you do a 2 versus 2 at the end of the day. People can win, people can lose a battle just by mistiming a cav charge or leaving their cav in the battle for a bit too long. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this short little video. As always, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching this replay. Please leave a little thumbs up and leave a little comment. I always love reading your comments. Unfortunately, I can't always reply straight away, but I do endeavour to reply to every single one of your comments that you leave on the video. Anyway folks, if you enjoyed this, feel free to check out more of my Rome Total War videos on the channel. It's inundated with good 31k battles. Thanks for your support, and we'll catch you soon for the next instalment of Rome Total War on Biscuits Total War. Bye for now, and thank you.